2,000 years ago, a mighty promise was about to be fulfilled. It was the day of Pentecost, the Feast of Weeks, and the disciples, as we read in Acts, were just simply gathered together. As mentioned earlier, they weren't doing the old covenant commanded thing of rams, lambs, 2 loaves of bread, bulls. They were just simply gathered together and sitting down. And thousands of years earlier, on that same day, as much as we understand, the 10 Commandments were given at Sinai. God thundered out his voice, and Moses brought down, written in tablets of stone, the love of God and the love of fellow human beings. And now the time had come for giving of something else. Not just the law. The law is holy and good and righteous, but a profound and extraordinary gift. The Holy Spirit, God's personal presence poured out into us. Today we're going to take a journey into that. I'm going to look at the history of it. And they weren't doing bulls, they weren't doing rams. It says in the end of verse 2, they were sitting. Much like we are today. Probably praying. We don't know. And suddenly there came from heaven a sound like a mighty rushing wind, and it filled the entire house where they were sitting. In verse 3. And divided as of tongues of fire appeared on them and rested on each of them. And they were filled with the Holy Spirit and began to speak in other languages, tongues, as the Spirit gave them utterance. Remember the Pentecost, signature of Pentecost was undoing what was done at Babel. Remember, God confused the language at Babel, and world population separated and went on their own way. Today, then, if you follow the story, everybody from as far as northern Libya, from Rome to Iraq, they journeyed for the second pilgrimage festival, and they heard the gospel being preached in the language that they understood. Was the miracle in the speaking, or was the miracle also in all those who heard? Because they heard the language being spoken, the gospel being spoken in their own language, and there was a lot of languages there.